Taylor, Tailor-Made Plans, and I'm here in one of my house designs that Curtis Borntrager of Borntrager Homes has built. Jeff Middlebrooks with E3 Innovate. He's the third-party verifier, and he's also does certification for Energy Star Homes. And I'm going to interview him and talk to him about their experience in this house. Jeff, tell us a little bit about your company and what you do, and then we'll go over to Curtis.
Sure. My name is Jeff Middlebrooks with E3 Innovate. Like you said, we're a third-party independent verifier of several different building programs. The Earthcraft program, which we're building this house under, is a comprehensive green building program. We also do the Energy Star program, which we've worked with Curtis before, and that's mainly deals with energy efficiency. And also the Lead for Homes program, another comprehensive green building program. So we're actually the company that goes out and just makes sure the house is being built to certain standards.
Curtis, what's your role in this house?
Well, this is the first Earthcraft home that we're building. We've done Energy Star, like Jeff said. We went through the Earthcraft certification, and this is, like I said, going to be the first one. It's not been very hard to just go from Energy Star to Earthcraft home. They don't have a lot of waste, and the framers picked it up really quick. And there's a couple things that we can show you, and there's some differences in the framing and the technique and all that kind of stuff, but we got a green permit downtown, which they like, and that's the first one I ever pulled. So, and it's very new. It's some of the first ones that have been pulled in Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah, the city of Nashville is now offering a green permit. Several other municipalities around the U.S. are doing that as well. So, I don't know, the current permitting procedure is probably pretty difficult to go through, much lengthy, but if you have a green permit and you're building under one of these green programs, I think it's a much quicker process to get the...
It's not bad, and also I think it adds value to your house. So if it's sitting right beside another house that doesn't have a green permit, they can look it up downtown, and it goes with the house for the rest of the life of the house.
Now, Energy Star, if it's certified, which this one would be qualified for Energy Star, the energy savings is up to what, 30% or something? What's the range on that? 15?
To be certified Energy Star, it has to at least be 15% more energy efficient than a code compliant home. We see homes as much as 50% more energy efficient, though. But again, the base Energy Star certification level starts at 15%, which is still pretty substantial.
Okay. And this was my first house I designed as an Earthcraft home, and it wasn't as difficult. It took a little longer, mainly because it was all voluntary time for Magdalene House. This is a nonprofit we're doing this for in Nashville, Tennessee. But today we're here in the framing part of it, no drywall, mechanical, plumbing, and we want to talk about some of the smart framing techniques, because that's part of Earthcraft. And so we're just going to walk around the house and show you some things that's considered smart framing. Jeff, you want to start?
Sure. Well, let's start right here in the corner. This is a good example. We can see into this corner. Actually, let's go over to the corner that Curtis is in, and let's see. This is what we call a two-stud corner, and what you'll see in a traditional corner, we'll have another 2x4 that fits in with my hand right here. So what you'd see is a whole pocket there without insulation. So we'd have very, very well insulated walls until we got to this point right here. It would have a thermal break. So by actually removing this stud right here, and we put a little 1x4 in, and that's to hold the outside siding, we're able to tuck insulation all the way into the corner of that wall. So again, we have much fewer thermal breaks in this house than you would a more conventionally built house.
So we eliminate wood, a stud, and we're able to insulate the pocket.
Exactly.
And if you look at this, you're going to be wondering, okay, usually there's a 2x4 here, and what it does is you can attach your drywall to. That's the reason it's usually there. But they have drywall clips that they make, and you can still put your drywall here and be able to fasten it. So if you're looking at it wondering how you fasten drywall, that's how you fasten drywall.
Okay. What about this? This doesn't even have a header up here. What's the deal with the window here?
Well, in a non-load-bearing wall, the Earthcraft program asks that you not install a structural header. And that is, A, again, to save on wood, to save on materials and resources, but B, also, if we can start eliminating wood, we can also replace that with insulation. The more insulation, the more energy efficient the home is going to be. So that's what we've done. Again, this is a non-load-bearing wall, so we're able to replace that structural header with an opening there that allow insulation to fit in.
And this is a gable end, so it is non-load.
That's why it's a non, because we have trusses that run from each side, so they take all these walls take the weight.
Now over here we do have a load-bearing wall exterior, and the trusses are bearing on that. You want to describe that header there, Jeff?
Exactly. We've done actually two things on this window opening. to receive points for Earthcraft. First and foremost, we actually made a sandwich, a foam board sandwich. So between our header here, we have a piece of foam board. Again, in a traditionally more conventionally built house, every header is, even if it's structural, would have no insulation there. So you'd have a complete thermal break. If you add up all of that wood, all of the headers in the exterior walls, it's a pretty substantial amount. Also, we were able to eliminate our jag stud in our window opening. Again, that reduces the amount of wood, less resources, but also just opens up a little more area for us to install some insulation.
And less wood, less cost, and then again some more insulation. Now, this particular header, your framer's got to have the header clips out here on the job site when they start framing, and they've got to have the foam board. So it's a little different for them in that aspect.
It's different, and I think Curtis can attest to that. We've worked with some framers on this house. Very proactive, understood exactly what we were trying to do. We had a meeting with them before we got started, which was very important. We didn't show up on the job site as they were framing and told them what we needed to do. We sat down beforehand and said, hey, this is what we're going for. These are the goals of this project. Here's what you need. Curtis did a great job of delivering the products for them. It was all here when they showed up.
Important issue, and I mean, Lynn draws good plans, but an important issue is you do have to have a detailed plan. When you have to have the details that spell out exactly what the framers need to do, so it just makes the whole process go so much smoother. And that's why this wasn't hard at all. To have the framers come in and frame it differently than what they're used to, because they had it on the drawings. It wasn't like I was just trying to explain it to them, you know, word of mouth. It was actually on the drawings. They followed the drawings. Really no problems.
Well, they were digging the footings November 12th, and this is December 2nd. And we're already framed up, and tieback is up, and we're at this point, which is a pretty quick. Now the house is only about 1,258 square feet, I think, but it went pretty quick. I thought
it did. We had
wasn't very many hiccups.
We had some rain, which slowed us down, but you know, hey, we got it going up pretty